Good morning and welcome to day 3 of your self-care routine. So today I thought it would be good to start off with some stretching. And because I don't know how to drag this whole apparatus with me to do the stretching, and I have a little limitation on my range of motion on my left side, I'm just going to talk you through it. So what do we know about stretching? Stretching is very important, especially as we get older, to keep our joints flexible, to keep our body moving. And that's one of the things that, since I hurt my hip, I miss the most. There's only certain things I can do. But stretching is really important because you can tone it down, you can tone it up. Whatever it is for you, make sure you're doing it at your pace. There's no competition here. It's just you and you. So find a place. You might still be in your pajamas, and that's the best thing to stretch in. Or you might decide that you got up early and you have some leggings or whatever on to stretch. And first I want you to just kind of sit there for a moment in your comfortable place, whether it's on the rug in your living room or wherever you're going to be doing this, propping my video up. So I want you to scan your body first, and I want you to observe, where am I holding energy? So just close your eyes for a moment and start with the top of your head and move down slowly. Okay, so right away I notice my neck is in knots. And I know I need to get a new pillow, so that's my own fault. I just haven't made time for it yet. But that we are in this place of, allowing ourselves time to just breathe into it. So we're going to start by breathing into the area. We're prepping to stretch. So I've noticed already the neck is a part that is really hard for me. So you can even do this in a chair. If you're limited by getting on the floor and you can't get back up, you can just start by stretching your neck. You could just go side to side and really push it a little bit. Or you could do neck rolls, half ones, or you could do whole ones. The slower, the better. And as we continue to move down our body, if you find out that, okay, my leg has a kink in it, you can sit in the chair and just do leg lifts slowly. Or you could do leg or ankle or foot circles, right? Whatever it is that you can do for you. Don't push the river. If you can't get on the floor, sit in a chair. Something is better than nothing. But as you get on the floor, if you're somebody who gets on the floor, you know where you need to stretch. And I think there are some great apps out there for stretching and even for doing different exercise pieces like Pilates. I certainly have never been somebody who's done Pilates, but I found an app, I think it's called Me, where you can do that. And you just use a wall. So if you're not in the greatest shape, like me, and you want to use the wall as a way to comfort yourself when you're exercising, you use the wall. It takes the pressure off your joints. You might have one section in your house or in the living room where you can just move a chair or whatever and use the wall for that. You can do stretches off the wall. It doesn't have to be Pilates. You can do side bends, or you can do squats the best you can. Doesn't mean that I'm going to do a squat like you, Elizabeth, out there, who's an expert at it. I do my best, and that's all we can do, right? So take these 10 minutes to just observe your body and go in. If you have it in your shoulders, you might want to do some little shoulder. Bring your shoulder up to the ear, forward and back. Or you might want to open it up with your arm if you're having some arm things. Whatever it is for you, just allow yourself to do it. So get your chair or get on the floor, whatever works for you, and start to do some stretches. Stretching is a wonderful way to keep our fluid moving in our joints. You know, who doesn't have their knees hurting them at one time or another? Knees or hips or ankles, especially as you get older. We have to keep them mobile, and moving, right? And so even just say you're sitting a lot like I am in a chair all day, or on the couch all day doing sessions, just from being able to move your legs back and forth, lifting your legs. Also what that does is you start pumping and getting things moving in your lymph system, right? So as I'm sitting here, I have my legs straight out in front of me, and one at a time, they're going back and up, back and up. Or you can put your feet up and just put your legs up and your feet going back and forth together. It's like this. It's like a pump for your lymph system. So allow yourself to do these little things, especially if you're sitting all day like me. You can set a timer that if you're working from home, set a timer that you can see, and every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, stand for 5. I've got to get better with this myself, so I'm going to do that today, being very mindful of it. But the stretches are wonderful. Even just, you know how we tend to go on our backs on the floor and just really stretch up, or bring ourselves up to seated position. Allow yourselves to even go on your belly and stretch out. That feels like a whole new thing. Or you can do the Superman where you're lifting your legs and your arms out off the ground, and that feels really good. And I've noticed that there are some people that are really good stretchers. George has done it as long as I've been with him, every single day. And he finds these little positions to get into that I'm like, how would you even think of that? Because he's listening to his body. He knows I think it's called proprioceptic, where you are able to know your space around the body, and you know what you need. And so he would invent these crazy stretches that he would get into, where he would get a lot of relief from whatever it is. So no matter if you're a high exerciser or you're just beginning, there's exercises you can do in terms of stretching first. If you're somebody who's going to go out for a run after, and that's your morning routine, do the stretching first. Or go to a wall and go up and down on your toes. Get these joints moving before you move on with anything else, and you will so appreciate that you spent the time doing it. Even if it's 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes you wouldn't have had before. So today, for your self-care, get out there and stretch. And if you're a sitter like me, move it, move it, move it.